Hello everyone. Welcome back to March's Planning Mess. And for anyone that wonders why I picked that name for my channel, here it is. I struggle to stick with layouts and stick with designs and stick with things that are working for me because I just keep changing up what I need. So this little book, it's a Wonderland 222 notebook. I believe it has 93 pages, 93 grid pages, but there's a couple, they didn't number these two at the beginning, which was your index. But anyway, so 96 pages total. But anyway, this is an A5 size that I bought in September last year because my original plan was to use this 2024 Hobonichi Cousin as my everything planner and to tuck this cute little book into the back of the cover because this was going to be for my finances, and that was the master plan that I had. And as time went along, I realized that this was a little big, a little heavy to carry. I love memory keeping. As you can see, I've got just a lot of stuff. And if you look at this from the top, that's just January and February, the fluffy section. So it's going to get big. I'm cool with that. Not cool with carrying it everywhere. So I made the decision to downsize. I was afraid to downsize too much. So when I found this, Paper Chess Designs, Chapter 25, B6, the yearly notebook, I was like, this is it. It's slightly smaller, just for a size comparison. This is the Cousin. This is, I'll take this out because that's distracting. We've got maybe a full inch on the top, and then maybe 3/4 or half an inch on the sides. So it's still pretty close. And I also saw a video comparing like how these daily pages, which in hers are completely empty, so you can use them however you want, which a lot of people love, are not that much smaller than the daily pages of the Cousin. Let's check this out. The bottom is quotes. So you're really not missing, you're missing like an edge of actual usable space in the Cousin when you went to this, but this is smaller, lighter, etc. So I was like, that makes sense. We'll use this for memory keeping only, and we'll do everything else in here. So I went through that phase. I planned everything out before it even came in a different B6 notebook that was also Wonderland 222 and even a generic one. But I was like, this is going to be the be all end all. It came. It's pretty substantially thick. It has 600 pages. Yeah, 600 pages total. So that's a lot. And it was still pretty big. And I also was struggling with wanting a vertical layout. She gives a horizontal. I had other ideas for how to use that. But wanting to still have a vertical, I didn't want to sacrifice daily pages, etc., etc. I had this whole crisis, what to do. Ended up settling on my N2 Sterling Ink vertical, which, as you can see, it's about the same height as a B6. I think maybe slightly taller, but it's narrower, and it was a lot thinner because it just had weekly pages, and this was the compact one, so it goes to 119 pages in the back. So it was a lot more lightweight to carry, more portable, and so this has become my everyday carry rather than this being my everyday carry. And this was going to just be my everything journal. So all of these financial pages that I had in here, I had made them out for the whole year, guys. This, I was just like, this is collateral damage. It's a loss, but life will go on. And so I was just going to put this aside because too big, right? And everything fit in here quite well. And I have used it all the way up till now for that purpose. And as you can see, like I've got my financial stuff in here. So one checking account, a monthly spread to track credit card, and then my other account is here in the back because there's 100 extra pages in the back here. It's pretty cool. And it's working fine. My problem is this has become, I have health and wellness journal, which is a Hobonichi cousin. All of that's contained in there. I've got my everyday carry, which is more like planning, to-do lists, etc. So I kind of had decided this will still contain a lot of the things I track as far as sleep and health and money and all that kind of stuff. But the main purpose for this and what I'm using it for consistently is journaling. So you can see I've got a daily journal page going on here every day consistently. And I finally found a way to remember to do that because I tie it into the end part of my morning devotions, and I'm doing that daily. So anyway, it's working really well for that. But I'm keeping this in the living room with my Bible and all of that stuff, so it's not out and I'm not thinking about it for other things. So what is happening? All my financial stuff I'm completely ignoring, and I'm having to do like 2 or 3 weeks at a time to fill in here because I've forgotten to do it because it's not where I need it to be. And so I'm like, oh, here we go again. I'm going to sadly abandon ship on using this to track that data. And I'm going to use this book that I've already set up. It's all by itself. Look at these cute water bottle stickers that they send you from Wonderland 222. Cute. So I'm feeling a little better. This is being redeemed from the ashes because, literally I put dates and everything in here. Not that I couldn't have redone it, but I was like, this is so big. It'll probably always be too big and I'll never go back to it. You know what? I'm going to keep this with my stuff. It's thin, it's lightweight, it's easy to move around. So then I'm like, okay, what else is it that I'm using this for that I'm not keeping track of well? So at the front of this, I love all these quarterly spreads that she gives you. So I still need to do this photo of the month. This is more memory keeping, but that's okay because I'm going to look through this journal. Even if it's not something I maybe would show my friends for memory keeping, it'll be fun to see even 6 years later, what were things that I enjoyed doing during the month. So I'm going to pick my favorite photo from each month and put it in there. So I need to make a note to do that actually right now on a sticky. Photo of the month for my B6. Okay, love that. We'll continue to do that. Keeping track of home cooked meals. I will go back. I haven't done this. I may not stay on top of it. I may do it at the end of the year. I don't know. But this is my meal and fitness tracker. I keep track of that stuff here. So it'll be very easy to go in here and just fill that out. So I have a year's worth of good meals that we enjoyed as a family in here. This is kind of like the tool you use when you look at your weekly plan for meals and you can't think of what to do. Get some inspiration. Sushi bowls. This was one of the first times we did it. We do this almost every week, at least once. So it was a great meal that came out of this. Okay, health log and symptoms. You can see I started off, kind of fell off the wagon, mostly because I do have similar information and space in this one to keep track of that. And since this is with me and this goes to the doctor's office, I think this is going to be more useful to track it in than here. So I'm kind of abandoning ship on these pages here. I liked the amount of space I had, but again, it's not like I can take this out and use it separately. That would kind of be really cool to take this and the back section out and just have a small book, but it doesn't work that way. It's bound and I don't really feel like I want to tear it up. So, okay. So health log here, again, I've got that over in my everyday carry, but my moods, even though I have that in my everyday carry, this is easy for me to do real quick in the morning when I'm doing my journaling and my worship. So I kind of fell off the wagon with moods and I'm picking it back up. I've got some in both places. So ideally I will compare notes and make sure that my mood data gets moved to both places. Because again, if moods is ever something that comes up when I'm at the doctor, I want to have it on hand. So it's something I need to kind of keep up with. So unfortunately, this side here is going to kind of get abandoned, but I will still keep using this because it does fit into my routine for journaling. Okay, that's a blank page. Haven't found a use for it. Probably won't. So this is just, I filled out all the way through May and I think June because my kids' school schedule is usually what takes up the most of my calendar. But, it's academic, so I don't know what next year's going to be. So this is just kind of a reference, like if I want to know with my journaling what was going on or how busy was I, that sort of thing, I can look back and reference this. But it's not something I reference at all during my week because it's in my everyday carry. This information, I'm going to have to move this into here. That is okay. These are only taped in. And these are charts that I have there that I can easily transfer over. This part is all good. And then what else do I keep in here? So I have a big section for budget information. This basically mirrors this, but I haven't gone through. You can see, like, I only had 2 more weeks that I had put in. This is done already, so it'll save me doing that. So I'll leave this whole section empty. It's okay. The world won't end. These are my really cool sleep charts. This shows like what hours of the day I'm sleeping, and then this is the number of hours I'm sleeping. That's kind of cool. And that will continue on for a while. I have some great lists here for like last time reimbursement tracker, grades, Myers-Briggs information for both of those. Okay, book reviews. These are books that I've done by audiobook so far, and I have a couple to catch up with. I think I will keep that in here. This is something, and TV show lists, this is something I can go back and reference. So I think I will keep all that in there. And I think the sleep logs are fine here. I do keep that also in here in my health and fitness. So like, let's see, last week I have it filled in, or maybe a week before that. Yeah. So you can see that's the sleep score plus the number of hours I slept. And then this is how much water I drank. So it's nice to see this all here together. I might do it just for the fun of it, I guess. But I don't feel compelled to keep this up to date. Like I feel compelled to keep this up to date. This is just going to be for my information. When I pull out the journal, do I want to see this auxiliary information in the future? So basically what it's telling me is what I need is for next year, for 2026. I love this. I love having, this is a good amount of space, although I could probably do a TN size, traveler's notebook size. This is a good amount of space. I don't need all the extras in here. So moving forward, I probably won't go with this planner again because I like just keeping my journal there with my worship stuff. I think that's something that I will continue to do forever because I really like how that works in my life, and it's a habit. So I was like, okay. So I wanted to look through this and figure out, what do I want to do? Is there anything else I track in here that I want to track somewhere else? So I have in the past made a small collection because before I started Hobonichi or any of these kind of planners, I didn't even know they existed. And I was kind of bullet journaling my own planners. And so I would buy these really thin notebooks, and they basically would hold 1 month's worth of monthly, weekly, and daily pages. And so it was small, lightweight, easy to carry around. It's about 8.5 size. And so I have this whole collection. This one's kind of on the thick side. That one's thinner because I took some out. This is something I got at Walmart for like daily tasks that I used for like 2 weeks. Another, just a small notebook to keep up with stuff. I was just really liking the size. Now, like this one's completely blank, so this would have been a little harder to use. And then this is a stack of 3 that this was part of. And it looks like we had a dotted and a lined. So I was using these small journals. So I thought, I'm just going to grab this stack of things, which I kind of felt was maybe a little bit useless because I kind of made the decision A5 was too big for me. But if I go along and I find out there's more things from here that I want to transfer to their own book, like I do with my finances, I do have a Traveler's Notebook style A5 cover, which I thought was right here handy to show you, and it is not. That's okay. It's an Erin Condren, and it's got room for 4 journals. So I thought, you know what? If I have 4 small journals in that, I can live with that. But it looks like, from just going through it online here with you guys, I think I'm set with this. Everything else I'm going to put in here, but it's not. This I want to keep up with better than I am coming back and filling in a month's worth of data. The other things I track in here, I'm cool with coming back and filling in a month's worth of data because it doesn't have to be up to date. This is more like for a reference later on in life. So I've got these books. Should I change my mind and want to track something else? But right now, I am changing over to something new. So I do really love so much the flexibility of all of these planner companies. We've got Sterling Ink, we've got Paper Chess, we've got Wonderland 222, we've got Hobonichi. All of them are set up with these lovely grid pages so that you can change your layout. I mean, that's what I usually, every 3 months at least, I'm changing and wanting a different planner. I haven't felt like I want a different planner. I felt more like I want a different size. So that was all new to me. I mean, I'm used to my Happy Planner Classic giant thing that's a B5 size basically and weighs a lot. So I would have never thought that I could ever be content in something this small. It blew my mind. And now here I am going, yeah, this is great. I might potentially at some point move up to a standard TN size, but for now, I can make this work, and it's so portable. I really just love that about it. And sometimes your priorities change. Rather than needing real estate and space to work, you want something that's easy to carry with you and that you'll keep up to date and really use. And that's the point of your planner, is for you to use it, for it to make your life easier, to make your life fun and creative. And so that's okay. If this doesn't live up to everything I had hoped it is, it's all right. It's still being used. And it's okay if there's a bunch of blank pages. And I mean a bunch. There might be 100 blank pages in here. That's okay, because I am finding and tweaking what system really will work for me in the future. Who knows? Who knows what next year will bring? But I'm glad you came along for the ride as you see how I go through and tweak and change things. And I'm enjoying using these products, and hopefully it's given you some ideas on how you can do planning. You can tweak it and make your own. And if you have your own planning mess where you're constantly changing, needing something new, it's okay. We're in this together. Have a great day.